Hey there, folks. Zach Smith, Plant Dude. Hey, a lot of content, probably this content, because I have no plan, on YouTube is junk. Why? Because they're going to build up this intense suspense. Well, I'm going to talk about that later. If you're coming to YouTube, you're probably like, I have a specific question. I'd probably ask ChatGPT because it's just going to answer it directly. When are we going to get videos that answer my question directly? Hit me up with your questions. I'll answer them directly. I'm like, what am I doing? I drive in traffic like all day. I know like practically everything about horticulture, gardening, trees, pests that affect trees. I'll do research for you. If I don't know, I'll go research it. I'll answer your question. I am like actual intelligence, AI, actual intelligence. So I've got like 20 years of absolute freakazoid, geeked out experience in horticulture. There's lots of people that know lots more than me. Horticulture is a broad category. But what I've got is this really good brain for starting out and zooming in. So I don't live in a niche. I live in the world. And then I dive into niches. This is what I do whether people want me to or not. What do I do with my free time? When I have insomnia, what am I doing? I'm like, how is this like that? How is that like this? What are the correlations and parallels between these two things? Now that we have a wonderful amount of AI tools, I mean, dude, I've been using Google like, back in the day when you had to like really know how to use keywords the right way because there was no intelligence. Dude, I used to just spend hours and hours learning how to put the question into Google so that you got the answer, because we all know you get a million results that you don't want and you got to sort through them. So you're like, how do I ask the specific question? Well, then you got to think like a computer. Now the AI is there. It's like, oh dude, we're already on the same page. I can just start asking the question without having to worry about how to ask the question. So what's my point? Plants are like pets. People love to have a pet plant. People love their plants. That's how I am. I love my plants. I have plants that have been with me a long time. Love them. They're like family. I know where they came from. I know which cutting I took from somebody else's plant that I took home in my pocket. Whatever. Ask me questions. Hit me up. Just use the comment section. I don't know. You could email me. Zach@touchtrees.com. ZACH TOUCHTREES.com. Bonus points for who knows what Touch Trees comes from. Who knows? Somebody tell me. And don't Google it or AI it. Okay. Yeah, hit me up. I'm here. I'm just sitting in traffic, thinking about plants, thinking about plant problems, thinking about soil food web. There's so much magic going on in plants. It's like, why aren't you up all night Googling plants? Humans have not been able to make a leaf size photocell because whatever we can make does not have enough power to split the water molecule. And a plant leaf does that with like no effort at all, using the photon of light. It's 5:30, dude. Photon of lights. The sun is like beaming down quantum energy. Magic, basically. There's this like Father, Son, Mother Earth thing. Think about it. What's the earth? It's the body. The biggest cell in the human body is the egg. What's the smallest cell in the human body? I got to double check. Brain cells aren't in there. I'm pretty sure my fun facts are still. Who cares? What's a really small cell in the human body? Sperm. What's the sperm got in it? Just a little code. What's the egg got in it? What's going to become the whole person? Now let's take this back to the sun and the earth. The sun gives just a photon of light. Everything else that becomes the big ass redwood tree, Mother Earth. Trees are mostly made of things that came out of the air. A little bit of stuff that came out of the soil. Pretty magical. So, your house made of wood, mostly made of things that came out of the air, from the earth, from the Mother Earth. Stitched together, glued together. The stickum in that glue, that power, it's just sunlight. How's that not trip you out? When you're walking on the grass, underneath your feet, there's magic happening. Photon of light. Trillions a millisecond. Whatever. Going into those leaves where some very magical stuff is happening. They say that matter is even going into its fifth state. I'm not going to pretend to be able to explain that right now, but suffice to say that that matter is going into a quantum realm and back as you're turning water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight in the chlorophyll, in the chloroplast, into glucose, oils, fats. Well, that's oils. Let's just figure this out. We got protein, and we got fat, and we got sugar or carbohydrate. Okay? Carbohydrate, fat, protein. It's not like the plants just make sugar. They make it all. Because even petroleum in the soil, in the ground, in the earth, and coal, it's just from plants. It's not from something else. Every major component of our life can be derived from a plant. Because on this planet, all you got is rocks. You got minerals, you got water. There's mineral water. When they drilled that deep hole in Russia, the Kola borehole, what was it, 7 miles or something deep? They found water down there that they determined was actually formed when the earth was formed. It's not rainwater that leaked down. It's mineral water. Gold is found on this planet because apparently gold is not made from the formation of a planet. Gold came from exploding star. I mean, if you're a creationist, this might just be like where you're like, whatever, I'm out of here. But if you're down to have a little imagination and some believe in magic and let go of the concept of time and allow time to be a really long process, really long, longer than anybody can comprehend, then you've got stars that have come and gone and come and gone. And there's minerals, elements, and all manner of things that congealed into a planet. But what's a plant take out of the soil but basically 17 of those elements? But when you burn a tree, what you got in a big old log is the ashes. The ashes is mostly the minerals that came out of the soil. The rest went back to where it came from. Oxygen, or I should say water, carbon dioxide, and sunlight. Because what's that campfire but sunlight coming back? Wood's a battery. You got a log of wood, that's a battery storing up sunlight energy. But let's just say the log is made up of a branch of a tree that's 50 years old. Then there's 50 years of sunlight stored up in that wood, along with all the water and carbon dioxide and minerals that Mother Earth provided. And the chlorophyll, which is almost like an alien life force, has long gone. It's the workers. It's the chlorophyll is the worker bees. You remember the doozers from Fraggle Rock? Now we're going to get really weird. Ready? What do they do all darn day but build stuff out of what? Radishes? Crystal little radish sticks? They got radishes and they went down and they built and built and built. And who ate the Fraggles ate the sticks. They ate the construction. Anyway, let's come back to wherever we're going with this. You've got the doozers are basically the little chlorophyll, and they've been building as they go out the branch, because what's at the tippy tip of every branch? Leaves. And what's inside the leaves? Chlorophyll. And those little doozers in there are stitching together mostly glucose. Okay, let's just keep it simple. Glucose is one of the most simple and prolific things that chlorophyll produces. It's stitching all that together. What is it? C6H12O6. It's taken all those bits and pieces from water and carbon dioxide and binding them together to form the plant tissue using some minerals and a whole lot of sunlight. I don't know. For me, I'm like, everything else depends on that. Every cow going in to become every hamburger is entirely nourished by that sunlight, oxygen, carbon dioxide, whatever matrix that gave it animation. It animated the cow. The cow ate the plant, which was animated by its own chlorophyll. The plant is completely dependent upon fungi in the soil and bacteria that have broken down and etched away at the minerals to make them plant available, right? There's no fertilizer in nature. We don't go out there and put our Miracle-Gro in nature. Nature had already been making the Miracle-Gro. Because when you have fungi and bacteria that can actually etch away at the microparticles of soil to make them even more fine, then they can go into the plant, or the plant can use it. But as the research is showing, the plant is in a mutual trade agreement, tariff, I don't know, for, hey, let me give you sugar, and let me give you protein, and let me give you fat, little creatures in the soil, and in turn help me out with those minerals that I need so much. And then if you read about rhizophagy, the evidence is showing that the plants are actually taking in bacteria in a nice way, eating them, but stripping them of their contents, and then healing them and sending them back to the soil. That sounds pretty far-fetched, but I mean, there's people doing research on it. Why would somebody make this shit up? Sorry, I shouldn't swear on my own channel. So I don't know who's gonna watch this. If I was supposed to do my YouTubing right, I'm gonna make videos longer than a short. I'm supposed to hold my camera like that, but sorry, you're gonna have to look at it in a little up and down box. Hit me up, Zach@touchtrees.com. There's no charge. I need to get more people to stop butchering their trees and poisoning their yard and the earth with a lot of misinformation. Emulate nature. Gabe Brown. Talk to Gabe Brown. That dude knows what's up. Ray Archuleta. John Kempf. Who knows where the Touch Trees slogan came from? I shamelessly pinched it. Don't Google it. But I got mad respect for the forefathers and foremothers. Okay. I'm out. Bye.